So what are the issues and problems that we feel exist as to why we create this board game? Firstly, students and society lacks exposure on the knowledge relating to Umrah and Hajj, especially on how to perform it correctly, and also the implementation method of Umrah and Hajj that comply with Sharia. Number 2, if we can see and observe the style of teaching in school in regard to Islamic education, this Islamic education is still being taught in the very theoretically form, which is less likely to attract the interest of students to learn and understand about it. Number 3, we also can take a look on the workshops conducted by the Umrah and Hajj travel agencies, for example, which are still in the theory form. That's why we think this board game is going to be interesting enough, interactive enough, and also beneficial to attract the interest of all those stakeholders to understand about Umrah and Hajj, about the implementation method of Umrah and Hajj very correctly and nicely. So why we create this board game? We have a very pure intention. Slide number 1, our objective is very simple. We would like to increase the awareness on Umrah and Hajj through a learning medium, which is this board game, that is interactive and also full of knowledge. Number 2, we would like to increase the understandings of the students, congregation, and also society about the importance of the Umrah and Hajj knowledge, as well as the right implementation method. Number 3, to strengthen the skill and knowledge on the implementation method of Umrah and Hajj among Mutawif, pilgrimage mentor, students, and also society. Last but not least, we really hope that this board game is going to be a tool or learning aid in school and courses related to Umrah and Hajj in Umrah and Hajj travels, including educational institutions. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, next, why this board game is very practical and it can be used by all people. Firstly, it is based on the concept of fun learning. It creates fun learning concept in education by using this board game as a learning aid tool. Number 2, it's very relevant with the pattern of Pendidikan Abad ke-21, which it creates a very active and also interactive kind of teaching methods between the student and also the teachers. Number 3, it also can become one method of kind of learning for the pilgrimage mentor or for the students and for society, congregations, as to how to understand, also to learn this Umrah and Hajj correctly, and also the implementation of it practically.
Now, I would like to explain about the applicability of these products and why it is so special. This product is different than the other products in the market. It consists of physical and digital version. For physical versions, Global UmraHaji Games is like a normal board games. The difference is that we enhance the games with IR 4.0 element, which is Augmented Reality, or we call it AR. With AR technology, this product is become more interactive and also informative, which the player can scan the markers while playing with the board games. The marker is the image of the certain box in the physical board. There are 19 markers which represents the activities of Rukun Umrah, Wajib Umrah, Rukun Haji, and also Wajib Haji. When players scan the box, the 3D animation of the marker will appear on the smartphone screens. For example, Tawaf activities, the animation will show exactly in 3D how to perform the Tawaf. This will make the player understandings more on how to perform this rukun. This is the unique features of this product which embed the element IR 4.0. In digital version, the player can play the game without physical boards. In this version, the player can play like a physical games, but it is more fun and interactive with multimedia elements like graphics, sound effect, with music backgrounds, 2D or 3D animations, and also visual effects. While playing, the player can listen to the sound of tabiyah, which can make the player feel like they are performing the real Hajj and Umrah. Inside these games, the player will be represented by the avatar. When the player spins the dice, the avatar will move based on the dice number with the sound effect and animation of the avatar. If the answer is correct, the winning sounds can be heard. If the player is lose the games, and the losing sound will be played. Other than that, the player can also monitor their marks while playing the games. These digital version games can be played with either single or double player. This is how special of these games compared to the other board games in the market, which focus on how to perform Haji and Umrah.
Ladies and gentlemen, why this board game is going to be contributing so much to the Ummah? Number one, it's going to increase understanding of students and society on Umrah and Hajj knowledge. Number two, it's going to be a learning aid tool in regard to teach Umrah and Hajj in educational institutions in Malaysia and also in the world. It will also become one training method for pilgrimage mentor, for students, for mutawif, and for any other persons that are going to be using this kind of board game as to understand about Hajj and Umrah very correctly, thoroughly, and also perfectly.